Morning guys, and welcome back to UKDiver. If it's your first time here, then just welcome. I'm very glad to be here. Pontifract, mate, yeah?
Yeah, I recognise you.
UKDiver. See the flag. So where was I? Yes, so here we are this morning at Capernwray. We are where we are doing Project Gnome Home. Yes, for 11 years I've been diving here, and there is a little bit on the far wall over there, over yonder, that they call the pigs. And the pigs, if you don't know, is a place where they've got 3 pigs on the wall, and I'll show you. But it's also the Capernwray's gnome garden, and we're doing 2 things today. I'm going to go and put my first gnome at the gnome garden, but also we're going to go visit an old friend called Creepy Graham, and I will introduce you to Creepy Graham because he's been there for about 7 years, and we need to make sure he's fine. So I've just dropped my cylinders off for the horizon. Just going to go get changed. Beautiful day here today. Nice and sunny. Well, sunny-ish for the north, but it's not raining, it's not blowing a doozy, and it's not 4 degrees, so I'm going to take that as a win. But yeah, we are looking all right. So let's get back, let's go get suited and booted, slap the horizon on, and we'll go see Creepy Graham and place our own gnome. See you there. So here we are guys, heading towards the pigs via the sump, I may say, because I want to get a few shots of a few known gnomes, if that makes sense, to demonstrate here that yes, Capernwray does have a long history of gnomes. Now if you're watching this and you've not signed up to my socials, you really should, so do check me out on Instagram and Facebook. So anyway, I think here I'm going to show you my gnome. Now, technically, I know it's not a gnome, it's a gonk, but you know what? Same difference in my book. So this is my new friend Kev from Scunthorpe Divers, a little club that we're doing a few exciting things with over this year, and Kev lives in Immingham. Now, if you don't know where Immingham is, then have a little look on Google Maps because it's basically in Hull, which means to get to Capernwray, it's like one side of the country to the other. So the only muddy puddle that Kev has dove in is a little site local to me called A Taker, which is okay, but it's tiny. The viz is normally rubbish, especially on the second dive because it's very silty. So as you can imagine, coming over to a lake the size of Capernwray and with all the toys in, just absolutely blew his mind. Now, this is one of those gnomes that I was talking about. This is a particularly filthy one. Now, I'm not quite sure what this bluebird's expecting here, but I'm going to have to blur this out right now because, after all, this is a family channel. Here's another favourite gnome of mine. This one's an oriental chap with a wheelbarrow. So for all of you folk out there that are interested in me and my diving with the horizon, obviously I'm diving on the unit today. Now I am taking some shots here because I wanted to have a look how much this bubbles, because what I've done here is set the set point so that the unit is trying to give me the gas that is nearly as rich as what I'm supplying it to. So there's normally about a 6% drop, but I was thinking that if I'm diving this unit at 40 meters to its absolute max and I'm using nitrox 30, then realistically to get a good NDL I really want to be breathing as close to that 30 as possible. So even set so the gas mix is quite high, as you can see it does bubble a little bit more, but it's still not too bad, is it? I'm pretty impressed with it. Now on this day I did 2 50-minute plus dives and used 120 bar in a 10 litre cylinder, and that's with it set on this first dive being really rich, and I think that is pretty good. Now I said earlier in the introduction that there was 3 pigs here, and I could have swore blind that there was, but clearly the video is showing that there's only 2, so either I'm knocked off my tits every time that I get here, or I just can't count. But yeah, it would appear that there is only 2 pigs, unless of course you count the ones that are painted onto the sill that you'll see in a minute, in which case there's more than 3, so I'm still wrong. But anyway, welcome to the pigs, and this is Capernwray's gnome garden. It's just not got gnomes, it's got all kinds of stuff. I particularly like the bright orange OK hand there, but we are going in to place my gnome slash gonk. There you go, mate. Now this was a team effort, and Katie, who was diving with us as well, also brought what appears to be yet another gonk. Gonk's just in fashion, I'm afraid, at the moment. So high five. Yes, job well done. So we're on to phase 2, and that is check on Creepy Graham. So this is Creepy Graham, guys, and Creepy Graham is a statue of a meerkat, and there's a funny story to this. So a couple of good friends of mine who used to be scuba divers and part of the club back in the day put Creepy Graham in here about, like I said, about 7 years ago while they were still diving with the club. And what it was is Martin, the gentleman in this relationship, bought his girlfriend, Creepy Graham, as like kind of a gift, you know, a garden ornament kind of thing, because she likes meerkats. Now, if you have a look at Creepy Graham, he's got hideous zombie eyes. So what she did was actually just put him in a corner facing the wall because she didn't like him because, well, let's face it, he is quite creepy. So he's been down here a little while, and I have kind of adopted him since they've quit diving, and I'm kind of his mentor and protector, and do go over it, well, a couple of times a year and just make sure that he is good. So we just pop him in here now, guys. Now, it's really important, if you're doing anything here, like, don't mess with other people's stuff, and if you do move it, put it back and look after it. So there was a little Action Man guy who'd fell over here, so we reposition him because we want everybody happy, don't we? Yes, we do. So that's it. Graham's good for another few months. Bye, Graham. Bye, Gonks. Let's get onwards and upwards. I just managed to catch Katie coming out of the plane here, but what I really wanted was some shots of Kev. So when I told Kev that they got a big plane fuselage in here, he was super excited and basically said that this would pop his aeroplane underwater cherry, so to speak. So that was sweet, I think. But anyway, guys, that's about it for this one. I will see you, as always, on the next one.